He was the weakest one in the whole empire. His own brother couldn't stand to watch. His father never once said his name kindly. All he had left was his mother's medallion. Then the alarm started screaming. His father was already planning without him. The breach tore open in the middle of the city. They told him to stay out of the way. His father had a different plan for him. He shoved his own son into the dark to save favorite son. Jin fell further than anyone should survive. He hit the ground and didn't move for a while. Then the walls around him started glowing. Something in the dark was speaking to him. A shape made of light rose in front of him. It said it needed a body with nothing else inside it. The light poured straight into his chest. The pain nearly split him in half. When it stopped, his arms were glowing gold. Something small and blind was already crawling toward him. He had no weapon and nowhere left to run. A voice told him to just move his hand. One punch and the thing was gone. He didn't flinch. He just looked at his own fist. More of them started crawling out of the walls. He started figuring out the glow as he fought. His body was already moving faster than he understood. Something ancient was watching him from the shadows. He felt the tunnels around him like they were part of him. Something bigger was heading his way. It walked into the chamber on 4 blade arms. He didn't wait for it to strike first. Steel met glowing skin and neither one gave. They traded blows and the room started cracking. The glow crawled further up his arm with every hit. He started seeing the strikes before they landed. One hit, and its whole arm came apart. It turned and ran instead of finishing the fight. He didn't chase it out of anger. He just followed. The tunnel ahead only got darker the further he went. He found a room full of weapons made of light. He reached toward one without knowing what it would do. The voice told him this place used to belong to someone else. The weapon dissolved and disappeared straight into his hand. A shield made of light snapped up on its own. He could suddenly feel the shape of the whole ruin around him. He climbed over the rubble toward a light up ahead. 4 of them cornered him in a narrow hallway. He walked out the other side without a scratch. He forced a door open that hadn't moved in centuries. He walked out into a street that was already burning. Nobody even noticed him walking through the chaos. Something was cornering a group of people in an alley. He killed it, and they backed away from him instead. A patrol showed up and aimed every weapon at him. He didn't raise a hand. He just stood there. His own sister stepped in front of the weapons for him. She looked at him like she didn't recognize him at all. He gave her nothing. Not one word of explanation. Turned around and walked straight back into the dark. The council was already reading reports about him. They called his father in to answer for it. His father denied even knowing where he was. Something deep below made the whole tunnel shake. A commander was handed direct orders to bring him in. A containment squad was briefed before they even went down. Their scanners picked up strange readings at the entrance. They followed a trail of light straight to him. They found the wreckage before they found the boy. An entire squad surrounded him with weapons drawn. They fired a suppression net straight at him. A shield came up on its own and the net just failed. They kept firing and none of it got through. Their commander ordered them to escalate. Something told him to hold back. He almost didn't listen. Something else attacked the squad from behind. He stepped in and saved the men who just attacked him. The commander lowered his weapon and just stared. He waved his own squad down before anyone else got hurt. Jin walked away without answering a single question. The commander followed him instead of stopping him. He asked questions the whole way and got nothing back. Back at the council, the reports kept getting worse. Half the council wanted him locked away. His own sister stood up and argued for him. His brother couldn't even look anyone in the eye. The whole tunnel shook harder than it ever had before. He closed his eyes and felt something massive below. He kept walking down without slowing at all. The voice warned him this one was different. A creature the size of a building was waiting for him. Its tail came down before he even saw it move. He barely got out of the way in time. It screamed and the ceiling started cracking. The glow spread further across his chest from the strain. He blocked its next hit and felt the impact through his bones. His shield started cracking for the first time. He broke the shield outward and staggered it instead. He ran straight at the one part it couldn't protect. It charged him with everything it had. He was already gone before it got there. He hit it with everything he had left. Its tail caught him and drew blood for the first time. He looked at the blood and didn't react at all. The voice tried to warn him to slow down. He walked past the warning without stopping. He drove his fist straight through its eyes. It staggered back with its whole body shaking. He finished it with one more hit. It collapsed and didn't move again. He stood over it, breathing hard, saying nothing. The voice beside him looked more solid than before. Something from its body drifted into his chest. The glow spread across his whole body after that. People in the city were already talking about him. The council sent orders for a full investigation. Somewhere deep below, something else opened its eyes. It started walking upward without any hurry at all. He felt it coming before it was even close. He walked straight toward it instead of waiting. He finally stood face to face with it. It spoke to him like it already knew who he was. It struck first without any warning. He caught the blow without stepping back. It hit him again and again, testing him. Armor made of light flickered into place over his chest. Neither one of them could break through the other. It suddenly moved faster than anything he'd fought before. He adjusted before it could take advantage of it. He cracked its armor with a single clean hit. It hit back hard enough to crack his own armor too. Something under his collarbone started glowing brighter. His whole body lit up brighter than it ever had. For the first time, the thing in front of him stepped back. He started hitting faster than it could keep up with. It dropped to one knee, one arm completely destroyed. He raised his fist to finish it. It spoke one last warning before he could strike. He didn't wait to hear the rest of it. Its body broke apart into black smoke and disappeared. He stood alone in the silence after it was over. The voice told him it was time he knew the truth. They walked down together, deeper than he'd ever gone. At the bottom was a massive seal carved into the floor. It showed an entire army standing its ground. Above them, something huge and shapeless was crushing them. The voice told him what really happened to his people. Everything he'd fought so far was never the real enemy. This whole place was built for one purpose only. He was the first one to survive the binding in centuries. Cracks were already spreading across the seal beneath them. The voice said the cracks were the reason everything kept getting worse. He said nothing. His face didn't change at all. Something below the seal shifted for the first time in centuries. The whole chamber shook harder than anything before it. Dust and rubble started falling from the ceiling above. Blocks away, his sister and brother felt the ground crack open. They turned and ran straight toward the ruin. The seal beneath him split wide open. A single massive eye opened underneath the broken stone. The voice beside him flickered like it was actually afraid. He didn't move. He just stood at the edge of it. Something huge started reaching up through the light. He looked straight at it and didn't say a word.